Hi there, I'm Simon Austin-Beckett. This is Winston. I am a training dog behaviourist, and today I'm going to talk to you about satisfying the dog's prey drives to reduce unwanted behaviour, and essentially using their natural instincts, urges to your advantage to try and reduce whether it be destructive behaviour or dangerous behaviour or just annoying behaviour. It's using those to your advantage to try and get the dog at a level that reduces those, unwanted things. So, prey drives very quickly. So, what are they? Probably the most obvious genetic hanger-on in terms of what we're physically seeing and what we witness in our dogs every day is their prey drive. And when I say genetic hanger-on, I mean obviously from the many thousands of years ago, when dogs sort of broke away from wolves. They took with them certain genetics and DNA and coding that even today represents itself in the way our dogs act and do and think and and feel and things like that. So put simply, prey drive is instinct. It manifests in certain types of behaviour that you will recognise, things such as searching, stalking, chasing, biting, and even, as far as to say some dogs will even go as far as, dissecting and even eating the things that they maybe have chased down. That doesn't necessarily have to be a living thing. Dogs will quite happily dissect and eat things that are not or were never alive. It's so deeply ingrained in a dog at a genetic level, even in the domestic animals, which clearly don't require hunting for their food and have quite comfortably lived a life without the need to hunt. It's so genetically ingrained in them that it continues to present itself in everything that they do every day. So in terms of how the prey drive itself results in behavioural challenges, should we call them, it's not relieving that instinctive prey drive or those urges that can begin to manifest itself in, the dog exhibiting unwanted, destructive or even dangerous behaviour in pursuit of fulfilling that biological and psychological. It's a psychological need as much as a biological one. For example, a front door left open. Something goes past, dog sees it, dog runs out, chases after it. Chase, prey, drive, bugger. Expensive pair of shoes, leave those out. Dog's bored, getting the urge to choose something. There's a pair of shoes there. You can kind of see where this is going, right? So that's again part of the whole chewing, dissecting, attacking instinct of the dog that he is just simply trying to fulfill. At a psychological level. So a dog that's regularly having essentially these prey drives that I mentioned worked and exhausted will be much less likely to act upon them in times and on things that we don't want them to, right? Well exercised dogs. Exercise, and throughout my videos I will touch on exercise many times, but exercise is one of the most fundamental things that you can do with and for your dog to reduce unwanted behaviour, and it often is the first thing that any dog behaviourist, dog trainer, vet even would recommend that you increase or do more of in a certain way to try and reduce a behaviour that maybe you're exhibiting. And as I say, I'll talk a lot more about that in future blogs. So well exercised dogs, that have the opportunity to run, to chase, stalk, catch, fetch, all those manner of classic dog behaviours will help to satisfy their natural instincts. And that's an everyday activity. And it doesn't often, when people say, oh, you need to exercise your dog more, if people suggest that maybe a bit more exercise would help, that's not go for a 2-hour walk, throwing a ball constantly. That's not, hiking up Mount Everest or something ridiculous like that. It's simply doing more with your dog in whatever environment you can do that with. And it doesn't have to be physical exercise, it's mental exercise as well as mental stimulation. You can tire your dog out almost as much doing mental things for them as you can physical things. So it's utilizing the way the dog is thinking and his instincts and his prey drives, as we're talking to here, in a way that you can control what he's doing, and therefore he's satisfying those needs and he's not likely to go and find another way of doing it. Okay, so Every day, find an opportunity to excite your dog, entertain your dog, gain the complete attention of your dog through play. Toys, games, walking, all those sorts of things. Hiding treats in toys. I've actually got some examples of some things here that we try that work really well for us. So this is a snuffle mat. These are brilliant. All you do is you simply hide treats inside the different bits of carpet here, whack it on the floor, and then Mr. Enthusiastic here will search through this, pulling the treats out, sniffing them. This is a 15, 20, depending on how many treats you put in there and how well you hide them, 15, 20-minute activity that not just stimulates the brain, but all of the senses attached to it as well. So you've got your nose here, you've got your sense of taste is involved in here. The sight is a part of this this toy as well, and that is a big part of the prey drives. Those three senses play a major part. So using this is a fantastic way to reduce some of those urges that your dog will have. Another favourite. This is a good one. Tug toys, tug ropes, really simple. The dog is at this end, you're at this end, and then you do that. The good thing with these is, it's relatively simplistic. You could fashion one of these. Just be careful with the materials you use, though. Make sure that if you're going to create something, that you find the sort of rope that doesn't fray very easily. And I would always recommend investing in actual, made for dog purchase type stuff for these, and they're 10 a penny. I mean, they're not expensive, but look at the materials, read the reviews, do all your due diligence before you buy them. Great game, great, fantastic, really good. Actually, very physically exhausting for a dog to be pulling on these. Just a quick tip though: always ensure, or 99 times out of 100, ensure your dog wins. A lot of people take the mistake of thinking that this is some sort of power grab, and that by the dog winning, he's exerting dominance over you, and by you winning, we will talk about that in other videos. It's nonsense. So play with it, let your dog win. He gets a real kick, real satisfaction from winning this game as well, and you get great satisfaction as well because it's great for the arms. Good one. And this one, I've had this for years. It's brilliant. It's Kong, and Kong, great brand, really sturdy, good stuff, doesn't fall apart. My dogs have never managed to pull a Kong apart that wasn't supposed to be pulled apart anyway. All you do with this thing, screw the top off. Oh, Winston, you've left some treats. Put treats inside, screw it back on. Idiot-proof this. Little hole here, and what it does, the dog is forced to play with it, tip it over, roll it about, weave it around, and the treats over, the more vigorous and the more fun they're having, the more likely the treats are to come out of this. So really great physical, mental, searching, smelling, stalking, all of those things that we've talked about. Really, really good prey satisfier. And, with enough treats in there, and you can even put ones that are not slightly too big, but, that take a bit of time to come out, so you can keep the game going really as long as you want. Winston loves that. That's a great one. And then, it's a bit cheesy to do this, and Winston will instantly be interested. You don't have to just throw it. Throwing it is great. Winston loves a throw, being a border collie, of course. Balancing on the nose, playing catch, rolling on the floor, hiding it. Another good one. Hiding it in undergrowth, put it in your garden. It smells like a tennis ball. The dog will know that. But scent it, hide it, play those sorts of games with your dogs. It will really. Do you want it now? Yeah, he won't take his eye off it. Really good way as well. Just it's a tennis ball. You can pick them up everywhere. All right. So really, no excuses. Use a tennis ball. That's it, really. I mean, I want to keep these short, and there's obviously a lot we can talk about with regards to this topic. But in a nutshell, people think that the way to resolve dog behavioural challenges, if someone says you need to exercise them more, is to go out and just continuously walk. Actually, that's probably the least productive thing you can do. Use the lots of different things that are to your advantage now that you can buy. Simple things such as tennis balls that you can throw, catch, play with, do other things with. And ultimately remember that everything that we're talking about here, and if the dog does on occasion go and do something you didn't really want him to do, Winston has dug a moon crater in my garden, bless him. It's a dog being a dog. It's an instinct, it's a drive. Sometimes they can control it, sometimes, most of the time, they can't, much in the same way that we have certain, urges and instincts that we find difficult to control. Dogs are exactly the same thing. So don't fight against hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years of evolution, because your degrees of success will vary, and often towards the negative. use their natural instincts to your advantage. Our dogs will get the satisfaction that they need from that. It's fun. It's good fun as well. Me and Winston have a blast with a tennis ball and with the Kong and with the rope toy. So it's good fun for us. It's good fun for them. And also you'll have ultimately a more balanced, more relaxed, and a more predictable dog. And you can control when those behaviours, those instincts, those prey instincts that we're talking about today, you can control when they are exhibited in a safe and controlled manner. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I, of course, have a website. It's dogsgowith.co.uk and a Facebook page, Dogs Go With UK. Feel free to come and have a look, come and have a chat. Let me know if you like the video. Let me know if you hated it. Let me know if you like him. Most people do. And I will speak to you very soon. Thank you very much. Cheers.